On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, one of us finally finishes all the IPAs that make up the official IPA Appreciation Month, so we are getting near the end. A couple of us still have a few to go, but don't worry, we're still going to have some good times, but it does mean that there's still going to be some anger, some hurt feelings. There's going to be basically an offer made that may or may not get taken. We're going to get a little personnel telling some stories. That's all right. And hey, one of us eats a questionable snack again. Why? Because it's a thing. We know you like it. And that's what we're here for. To kind of entertain you. Because when you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that's apparently, according to AI, a dumpster fire of a show, but authentic and heartfelt. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, I am your host, the living embodiment Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here as always with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Well, we made it through another week, and it's time for another week, and we need to drink, even though we don't, because I don't want to drink this.
That's right, folks. We're still at IPA Appreciation Month.
I thought you were going to say an F-bomb there. IPAs!
Mr. Falcon.
IPAs. Yeah. Your thing at the fucking here. Your counter.
Are you trying to offset for last week when there was basically nothing said? Okay.
Yes, and also no JS because buddy. Hey, buddy. Doc is here, bringing the knowledge and the analysis. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, I'm really just here for the Nickelback trivia.
Okay. When was Silver Side Up released? September 2001, November 2002, October 2000, or December 2003?
I'll go with E. Nobody cares.
Ooh, Chad Kruger's going to find you in your sleep. And he's going to show you that photograph and make sure every time you laugh.
You know, one of the things that is a disappointment to me as the editor of this show is I don't ever get to see anybody's reaction to stuff. Like there may have been a bit many episodes ago now where we had talked about actually Doc had a Jones soda with a photo on it, and he's like, we should take a photo of this group. And I actually grabbed a screenshot and played the whole Nickelback. Look at this photograph.
Orange and cream, 6.9% ABV.
Nice.
Send us your photo. If we like it, we will put it on our can. So this is Starla Little from San Diego, California.
Quick, take a screenshot.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
It's just a weird little editing Easter egg, but it's like, I don't ever get to see your guys' reactions to this stuff. So I don't know if you ever saw it, if it hit, if it landed. Yeah.
I like it.
Let me help you out, Howard. It's just like anybody else on this planet. Nobody has seen it.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's great for when we actually get discovered and get famous.
Yeah. Someone's going to go back and be like, man, there were some Easter eggs in here. But we should
the iconic Ever So Holy episode 121 of the Great Triple B. We bow down to Almighty Triple B.
Yeah. Kidder, we're joined by a couple other folks who haven't hopped in on the chaos.
Holy you're right.
Yeah. Returning from that undisclosed bunker somewhere. I mean, we keep saying it's somewhere and we keep making it seem like it's morning. He's probably just in Kansas. You know. Who knows? Anyway, Big D's
nobody
back.
goes to Kansas. Nobody goes there.
That is an undisclosed location.
That place sucks. Especially when we had to drive halfway across Kansas from Missouri just to get somewhere. That sucked.
Yeah. Anyway, Big D, how are you doing this evening?
Don't give
Probably
away
sucks
my
'cause he's in
secret.
Kansas.
Yeah, no, definitely not in Kansas. I will disclose the location once I am no longer here in this location. But yep, I'm just here to join that riveting conversation of which is better, Voyager or Discovery, and the answer is obvious: Deep Space Nine. Yep. Yeah, you know.
Man
Peter.
after my own heart, right there.
No. I'm after the hearts of the Tyrannosaurus and Dragonzord of internet podcasting, which is why I'm here. So
What
there we go.
in the Dragon
And if you
Ball
want me
Z
to-
are you talking about?
Well, if you want me to explain it, I'm not going to because you moaned about it last time I did. So
You're right. I can't afford it. I'm poor. I'm drinking IPAs. This sucks.
although clearly you're the one that breathed in fire, so there you go.
I mean, naturally, the transition I would normally make is, something else that sucks, but I won't do that to him because it is the Triple B Brewmaster, our last guest. It is the Local Geek. Local Geek, how are you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Trying to get through the last of these IPAs. I got 2 left, so
I'm down
I'll get through one of them tonight.
I'm down to my last one. I will be officially done with IPA Appreciation Month after this week. So, lucky me.
Well,
And-
maybe next week, if we're all done, we can have our celebration beer.
Yes, because there is a celebration beer. Last time it was pickle beer. This time it's something different. But it'll
I'm
be good.
excited for it.
I am too. I'm. It's gonna be a good time. What is it? You're just gonna have to wait and find out. But
beer.
speaking of all this beer, it's time for everybody's favorite segment on the show, and that is what's on tap. I'm continuing with the tradition that I've been doing this whole IPA Appreciation Month, and starting with Big D because it's morning wherever he is in Kansas. So carry on, my wayward son.
Well played. Well played. So yeah,
There'll be
it is
peace
8
when he's
a.m.
done.
here in. It is 8 a.m. here, so yeah, no booze. I switched up the protein source mostly because the one that I prefer to get is out. So I got this one here, Optimum Nutrition Whey
And
Protein.
it blurs it out. It's censored. We can't show that on the show. You can't. That's healthy. Get that out of here.
There we go. And yeah, it's delicious strawberry is the flavor. 24 grams of protein, 5.5 grams of BCAA, branched chain amino acid. I'm going to pretend like I really know what the hell that means. It's something for you. And yeah, it tastes like Nesquik. It's tasty.
It's so hot
Yeah,
over there.
I'll
He had to
give it
dip
a-
his berries into the fridge to cool them down.
It's not very hoppy.
He doesn't know what to say to it.
And
yeah, here we go.
Tried
No,
by putting his berries in the fridge.
My feed froze. No, kidder. There's no Big D equipment going into the fridge. I'll give this 3.8 because I'm going to rate it. Damn it.
Protein.
that's absolutely fine. And
Give him
Let's-
20 minutes. He's going to go into a creatine rage. Just watch it happen.
the amount of anger and rage on this show is I have a feeling is going to be high as we continue drinking
Full
IPAs.
of BS.
But let's hop over to the other person who's probably not having an IPA, and that is the Doc. Doc, what are you having this fine evening?
So I actually did feel a little bit bad not participating in the theme of the month, but it's been a busy few
I
days.
didn't.
So I decided today to just throw 3 random IPAs into the cart for my grocery order and see what showed up. 2 of them were out of stock, and we ended up with the Dead Guy Imperial IPA.
Nice.
It is brewed by Rogue Ales in Newport, Oregon. says you can find out more at drinkadeadguy.com. I went there. They have not only beer, but also Dead Guy whiskey.
I've heard they also have a fairly self-contained brewery as far as like they raise their own grain. They feed the spent grain to their cattle. They serve the cattle in the tap room as a steak for their dinners.
Cool. Yeah,
they kill people there and then put them into the beer.
They have like a range. Like they had it was sort of like a limited range. They have an Imperial IPA, an IPA, a Pale Ale, a Pilsner, and something else. Like that's all they make. So it is 9.6 ABV.
Just reaction ever.
Not so good. Not so
That's
good.
an IPA right there.
Oh wow. That's what I get for not participating all month and putting it all on one beer.
Yeah.
That's maybe a 0.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Local Geek, what are you having?
I am staying within the state. I'm going to the Drecker Brewing Company, and I'm having the Ectogasm India
God.
Pale Ale. I was trying to find an ABV on the can, and I couldn't find one, so I went out to their website to see if I could find one there, and it also doesn't list it, but it does list on the website the yeast and flora is listed as house yeast plus some other yeast.
Some other.
Oh God! Somebody put their special brew into it.
Some yeast they just found on like the windowsill or something.
It says
Howard's can
7% by volume.
Yeah, Howard's can has it on there. So
It's hiding like down here. Like you have to
right there.
Yeah. And
Right in that place next to the thing that says IPA.
mine's got it there too, but I didn't see that because normally that when I see that symbol, it's the Brewers
Independently
whatever. Yeah, the Independent Brewers logo or whatever.
Well, sorry that you're mistaken for this IPA pile of garbage, but let's I guess open it up. Especially looking at Local Geek's face. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy this at all.
That was just off the odor.
I was going to say there's a couple other notes on the can that Local Geek might have missed. The malt is listed as pale 2-row, flaked oats, carafoam, and malted oats. The hops are Citra and Mosaic, and as he said, the yeast is House IPA yeast. Smells
The
hoppy.
scent makes me want to throw up.
It's quite hoppy. It's not as bad as the smell as far as the flavor goes, but it's still quite hoppy. It's definitely better than the last one I had last week, though. I think I'm gonna give this one maybe like a 1.
I realized I didn't even rate last week's or this week's. So this thing 0.1. This thing 0.01.
I like this better than what I had last week. I'm actually going to give this like a 3.5.
You are high.
Maybe.
High on hops. Don't drive high on hops. Disgusting and dangerous.
Luckily, I don't have to drive. I just have to hobble my way up some stairs.
You're going to put in 4-wheel drive. You are a danger to your residents, sir. Put a hole in the wall somewhere.
Revising this down to a 0.3. It gets worse the more you drink.
Yeah. Not quite as bad. So, there we go.
This is terrible. Who would voluntarily drink this? Yeah, you. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of what you just called me and my own desire for punishment. Kidder,
Charlie Brown, everybody.
yeah, you might remember a couple of weeks ago, I tried an interesting snack on the show.
Oh, no.
And Doc knows exactly where I'm going. I had to go pick up some stuff from the natural grocery for my wife, and I'm like, what the hell? Let's give it a try. So, ladies and gentlemen, making its return to the show, it's Pans Mushroom Jerky, applewood barbecue flavored.
I was gonna say, did you get a flavor this time?
I did. And if you didn't see this the last time I had it, this product is out of Portland, Oregon. It is vegan, plant-based, gluten-free, soy-free, earth kosher, and 15 grams of fiber per bag. Applewood barbecue is slightly sweet and smoky, featuring smoked paprika and chili pepper. Ingredients include shiitake mushrooms, Himalayan pink salt, paprika and chili pepper, coconut sugar, avocado oil, and chia seeds. So,
Well, while we're talking about jerky, I recently discovered on the internet a recipe for the jerky that apparently the Three Floyds Brewing Company that has been represented on here makes. So I'm going to try to make that one of these days, and I'll share it with you guys when I make it.
That I'm looking forward to.
I was gonna say, it doesn't involve mushrooms, does it?
I'm just going to say this smells about the same as the last bag did. So,
Maybe
we'll
diarrhea.
give this a try.
It's awfully earthy.
Yeah.
It's
very
very kill him.
The mushroom
down.
that made Howard gag.
That's more the cold talking.
Right. The cold.
So, one of two things that has happened. Either, A, they really didn't season this very well because it tastes very much like the stuff I tried last time. Like, I'm not picking up any of the barbecue. Maybe a little bit. Right there at the end, like way late. Or I would say that this thing killed my taste buds. You know,
It's the IPA. Everything is
very
blamed
possible.
on an IPA.
it is very possible. But anyway, there may be more of this in the future. And one of these days,
Gross.
I might share with the others.
That's fine. You enjoy your shrooms.
How about Mushroom Appreciation Month in March? Anyone? Takers?
What's
No?
wrong with you?
Apparently, I like appreciation months. You know,
Talking about late
Making him
flavors,
hot.
I was watching
He's microdosing.
I was watching a
microdosing
YouTube
live on
video
air.
earlier that somebody he owns a distilling company, and he made a durian fruit whiskey.
Oh,
and shared it with this guy that I do watch. He's a mead maker, and so the guy that tastes or does the mead stuff, he tasted it, and he initially described it as a roller coaster because it went through several different flavor variations. And about a minute after he finished taking his tasting of it, he goes, "Wait a second, there's more. That's more than a roller coaster. That's more like a vacation." So apparently, durian fruit whiskey, not bad.
I'd try it.
I would too. I don't know that. I know I don't like durian fruit, but the way he described the whiskey, I would definitely give it a try.
I will say the more you eat of this, the more you do start to pick up the chili pepper.
Yeah, because you're drunk.
Um,
Can you see
Wash
beyond the butter?
IPA off your taste buds.
butter.
Did you put an orange or did it come with a lemon?
Yeah, no, that did. So,
Just
hey,
wondering.
which one of you sent the video that suggested it was a video where they took a barrel and everybody brought like a whiskey.
That was me.
I was gonna say that seems like a local geek thing. We
I
should
still think we should do it.
I'm down for it.
I think it'd be cool. Even if it's not good, it'd be a fun experiment to.
I want to, but I think you assholes would pick cherry just because I'm involved.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
wonder.
one of the stipulations was it has to be something that you would drink, like the person bringing it would drink. So I mean, obviously you're not going to bring a cherry one, but
no, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I guess I would be shopping around to see, like, does anybody make an IPA flavored whiskey?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Shroom flavored? Anyone?
So that brings up another thing that was actually mentioned by that distiller on the video I was watching, is he has distilled beer before, and he said hops do not carry over in distilling very well. They give a very bad off flavor.
I mean, that's not that different than in an IPA. So
Fair.
But you're saying it could be worse.
It could be. I've never tried to distill beer before, so I don't know how bad this flavor could be, but
Well, if it's an IPA, it's probably going to be the worst flavor that you've ever flavored.
probably.
I want to stop drinking this. Like, this makes me want to throw up.
I want to title this episode "The Worst Flavor You Ever Flavored."
You're welcome.
Say that so future Howard remembers when we get to this point.
It'd be even better if you had Flavor Flav as a guest.
Get the clock.
Kidder's getting up. I think he's given up. He's like, no, not doing this anymore. Either that or he's putting his whiskey away.
I want to give it up just so I can open up my last one and get rid of the last IPA. But
interesting note. I have a couple of these left over. Not this one, but a couple of the IPAs left over. So if anybody wants like a repeat on any of the IPAs, let me know. Glad to share. Otherwise, there are two that we had this round that I do want to try again on their own because they followed some of the higher percent ones, and I'm very curious if I had them first, if I'd have a different take. So, plus, I found as I was kind of restocking my fridge now that all the IPAs are out, JS gave me an IPA, so I have a New Glarus IPA. So there will be more IPAs, but mostly me drinking them.
Yeah, you heathen.
I have a New Glarus beer for you guys too that I'll get to you at some point.
So much beer being passed around here. We're going to get charged with bootlegging eventually.
Right? Especially since I got 2 brews coming up that I'm going to do back to back. You guys are going to get a bunch of beer from me. And mead.
That's
Guess I got to pour out all these IPAs and prepare myself for something good. Shucks.
That's why I like to say we're the podcast with a beer problem. Like, we have too much beer.
And I've got another mead I'm going to be doing. I'll probably make it either this winter or next spring so that it's ready for next fall. But it's going to be a caramel apple mead. I'm gonna caramelize the honey that I ferment.
That could
Beer
be very
drinkers with a podcast problem.
Yes. Yeah. Although, Kidder, I'm going to say it. You already know this, but at the time of this recording, we are all of like 9 followers away on Facebook from being able to collect stars. Yeah,
Be over that by now.
I'm hoping.
What do we need? What's the number?
500. We have to carry 500 followers for 30 days, and then we can collect stars. We're at 491 as of the time I checked this afternoon.
We're at 548. You're welcome.
Way to go, Mr. Kidder.
What do stars do for you?
For every star somebody gives us,
Absolutely nothing.
we get a penny. We're first platform we're monetized on, baby.
And the person probably pays like $10 for that star.
You can buy.
Facebook takes $9.99 for themselves.
You can buy 100 stars. I think it was for 99 cents. Or no, was it 99 stars for? I forget. I've been drinking since then. That's the first one. Now all we need is that 548 followers on Facebook to come over and subscribe to the podcast, because to the YouTube channel, because at the YouTube channel we've been stuck at like 189 forever. So if we could get all 548, I know there's some carryover. I mean, but that we should be pretty close number wise on there. So we need everybody to go like, subscribe, please help us out. We'd appreciate it. That way we can keep making more fun content like this. You know? You've been enjoying this IPA Appreciation Month content? I hope you have. I'll tell people this. If you want this IPA appreciation content to continue, then don't subscribe.
Good. I have a feeling nobody's going to listen to you because nobody watches this.
Yep. So we probably won't go up, and we'll get to do IPA Appreciation Month again in 2026. Kidder, if it makes you feel better, the short that comes out tomorrow is a great one from when we were playing If You Know, You Know, and you guys chose something that was a terrible, because it was during IPA Appreciation Month, it was a terrible IPA chaser. So, hey, tune in for that. If you want to see Howard suffer. Yeah. Plus, also, JS identifying a mystery liquor just from a flash of the bottle cap. It was impressive, man. Okay, I'm running out of topics. Somebody talk. Anybody? Hey, Kidder, they extended the hockey season. Did you hear about that?
Time that they make it normal, in the sense that they're reducing the length of the preseason and making them regular games that actually count, because preseason is kind of a waste of time.
I agree. The football season has also started.
And is a waste of time, completely.
I don't know.
You were right over there, Howard.
No.
He's never all right.
I'm drinking IPA and eating mushroom jerky.
Dude's probably smelling stereo right now.
I was going to say, I'm drinking IPA, eating mushroom jerky, and half my body thinks it's on fire. No, I'm not all right.
Is that a correlation to the mushrooms?
No, that would be the lesion in my spine. I'm deciding, hey, I want to join this party. So,
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to try to make that joke.
hey, listen, one does not openly eat mushroom jerky on this show and not expect the whole "you're getting high" joke to be made. Like, I got 2 more flavors to try of this. They also do salt and pepper, and they also do teriyaki. So,
very low-hanging fruit on both of those.
I would say salt and pepper sounds quite boring on a mushroom, really.
yeah, but I'm not lying, guys. This is kind of surprisingly good. I like it. Man, 2 thumbs up. Best thing to come out of Portland.
What is wrong with you?
This is setup, there's the toss, It's where you're supposed to say, except for my wife, I'm just.
I'm from Salem, you nerd.
Salem, Portland. It's all.
So she's a wit.
Good God.
If you want to go down that rabbit hole, she was born in Tacoma.
That's wrong Salem.
And another state.
I honestly couldn't remember where she was from. I know I attended your guys' wedding out there, but I couldn't remember if we were in Portland or somewhere else close by. But.
Was Salem. Small town, Oregon. Apparently it's small town.
That's small town, then. Geesh. You know what? The interesting thing was about Oregon that I didn't know about.
Leaving?
No. The interesting thing that I didn't know about, and I got some weird looks from it. I didn't know that you were not allowed to pump your own gas in Oregon.
Yep. So that has recently changed within the past couple of years. That state law was repealed.
That's good. I didn't know about it. It was my first time to Oregon. It was attending your wedding. And we needed gas. We pulled into this gas station, and I just did what you do. You get out, you put the card in, start pumping. All of a sudden, there's this attendant standing next to me, can I help you? I'm like, no, I think I got this.
That's quite the
same deal. Yeah, that had been my first time in Oregon also. So I get out and Mrs. D get out and start pumping the car. It's like, Mrs. D, what the hell are you doing? I'm gonna pump my gas. Oh yeah, you're a newbie. So here, yeah.
I have to imagine that everybody needs a job, but that has to be one of the most boring jobs ever. Pumping gas for people.
Watching this show to edit it?
Only when you guys curse a lot, because then like the editing goes so slow. Like every time I have to stop. The best part of editing this show is when we it's just a nice long clean. We don't make a reference to a video or a picture that I have to enter. We just talk, and I can
when it's over.
Sometimes. I mean, I like editing the show, but there are times where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever to edit. But
is it times like when you're pumping your own gas and drinking an ectogasm?
I don't know.
I'm curious.
Go for it.
I was going to say on the topic of editing, with Kidder's long string of profanities at the beginning of this show, are you going to bleep every single one, or are you just going to extend that sound effect out for like 27 seconds?
Or just cut it out.
Depending on my mood, it would be either a cut it out or it will be every single one individually, because I've been keeping tally on the swear jar, and there's a part of me that's like, I have to be accurate to the swear jar, so that means I'm going to have to sit and cut every single one and have that tally up every single time.
Mr. Falcon.
Yeah, at least he did throw in a bunch of those, because that, slows it down a little bit. But
what would you like me to throw in?
Nothing. Don't throw anything in.
The good stuff.
You go back to playing Star Trek Online, okay? And we'll.
Oh, I can do a lot of things, Howard.
You can. That doesn't mean you should. You should be kind to your co-host, who has edited every episode of this show without fail for nearly 5 years. Except that one time where I forgot my hard drive in Bismarck. But we don't talk about that. Yeah.
Speaking of Star Trek, Kidder, is it just me, or is Strange New Worlds becoming self-aware? Or already has done?
Off the rails. Off the rails. They forgot the 5-year mission focus. Off the rails.
I do have to say, as a slight Star Trek fan, I heard that they did a Muppet episode of Strange New Worlds, and I have never wanted to watch Star Trek more. Bring on the puppets.
That's next season.
Damn it.
Howard's going to be the pastor of Muppets. Or should that be Doc? Because he's an ordained minister.
Hey.
He could be the pastor of Muppets.
I too am an ordained minister, just not at the level of Doc. Like, he went to the seminary and the work for it. I just have a stupid online certificate.
I have that too. Which I was reminded, because I got that, did that a long time ago, and I got the email that it's like, you've been ordained for 12 years. I was like, no, I haven't. I was like, oh wait, that was that free online thing that I did, not the one that I actually went to school for.
Yeah. I got mine, and this, because people go on and they do it, they have some friends who are getting married, and they're no, mine was I saw it on a TV show that someone's like, I got, became ordained online. I'm like, you can't really do that. And so I Google searched it and did it. And so it was just one of those more of it came up yeah, apparently I'm an ordained minister of the Church of Light, I think it was. So
my wife's
that
cousin
you can see clearly,
and playing a D&D game, 2 of the characters in the game were getting married, and while he was running the game, they were like, no, you can't do this part because you can legally make this real.
Yeah, no, the closest I've ever got to to performing a wedding with it was kind of a joke thing between Kidder and another friend of ours. There was a joke about them getting married, and I'm like, well, I got to break that. I'm like, well, technically I'm an ordained minister, so we could make this happen.
Well,
We-
there are certain components that have to happen for it to truly be a legal wedding.
Yes.
The first and foremost is there has to be a valid license. So
Right.
Where we're going, there's no need for license.
Yeah.
license, we don't need a stinking license.
Also, for ordained minister of puppets, I mean, I'm the guy that has a puppet on my desk constantly.
Because you are a puppet. Doc doesn't know what to do. He's laughing and crying at the same time.
Big D, do I need to send your friend to you? That's a,
Holy shit, googly eyes!
You can make many more of those.
Man, this brings up two stories. The first, for those who don't know, there was a time where I used to make independent movies, and I worked with a partner of mine who now I don't speak with because reasons. And we wrote a whole, what we thought would be a web series, kind of when web series were kind of big, called indie film. And we based it on ourselves and friends. And so there was a character based on Big D. And the big gimmick that we had with him is that he had an imaginary friend called the Atom, who he saw as a real person. But for everybody else, this is the Atom. And this is how far we got. I actually made the prop. So, big, yeah, have your friend.
Turtles.
It was,
I
listen,
don't think I ever knew that.
yeah, trust me, that was a better joke than the one, because in the indie film, we also had a character named Thule, who those of you who were in Grand Forks at the time that we are, you know who that applies to.
Oh, it's the Thule?
It is the Thule, who was
Nice.
he was a giant in the script. He was a giant walking hex head screwdriver, because there's nothing more useless than a hex head screwdriver. So not even a literal tool, and a useless one at that.
Love it.
So that's that. The other joke that I will mention, just because googly eyes, when I worked at the Science Center, the best and most annoying April Fool's joke that has ever been played on me was by one of my staff, who he happened to work the night before April Fool's Day, and he brought in, I think it was 140 some pairs of googly eyes, and googly eyed random things throughout the entire building. I was finding googly eyes for weeks. So some of them were very creative. But yes, he put googly eyes on everything. I had googly eyes on my stapler, so it was good. But yeah. Anyway, I was sharing a lot.
Was it a red swing line stapler?
No, it was a swing line stapler, because in the words of Mr. Croker, my cooperating teacher, a swing line stapler is the Cadillac of staplers.
If you could please return my swing line stapler, that would be great, or else I'm going to burn down the building.
An Office Space is still a terrible movie. Yeah, I said it.
But Stephen Root is awesome.
I was told that I could listen to my radio at a reasonable listening volume and that it would not be affecting anybody else in my surroundings.
I never got into Office Space. We've already talked about this. I also never got into Super Troopers, which, damn it, Kidder, they're making a Super Troopers 3.
No, why? No. No.
Because who wants a mustache, right?
Oh.
The only good thing about it is I'm no longer your roommate, so I don't have to watch it. So
I know where you live.
you're not coming over.
Good. I don't have to drink anymore.
I was going to say, I have IPAs. You won't come over, because it would be a, Kidder, you want a beer? Have one of these fresh IPAs.
I would love to have one. That was a good IPA. Thank you.
Don't do that,
Can I have
Kidder.
another?
It'll
Can I have
kill the
another?
grass. Stop that.
Can I have another?
I have to share this.
He's in an awfully sharing mood tonight. This is weird.
I have been drinking and consuming mushrooms.
He's high and drunk. That's why he's so happy.
Yeah. So we've had like a plethora of treats at the office this week, and that's fine. All good and fine. Except today, somebody brought in a pan of brownies and brought them in. And like nobody touched them at first. And I walked by them like later in the morning and there was a sticky note on them. And I had to read the sticky note. And it was literally written from the perspective of the brownies. And it's like, I'm not moldy. I have candy inside me that has made me look strange and moldy, but I am fresh brownies. Please feel free to eat me. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Clearly, the person who brought him in was upset that nobody was eating the brownies because, and they did. They had like an M&M or something in them that had like it looked like bluish green mold. I get it, but the thing that got me was later in the day I walked by and there was a whole new note on it, and it was, "Dear brownie butcherers, please do not pre-cut the brownies. We are all adults. We can cut the brownies to whatever size we want. Please don't pre-cut them so that people feel like they can only have a small portion. If you want to do that, bring in your own brownies." I'm like, the brownies have gone from like, hey, we're not moldy, to like passive aggressive, like, don't cut me, bro. And I was so tempted, being the troll that I am, like I wanted to cut like a circle brownie, like just cut a huge circle in it to just take out that part and leave people with it. But I'm like, I don't want to push it. The fact that it was literally "Dear brownie butcherers," I'm like, somebody is taking their brownies a bit too seriously. So
That would have been amazing.
it would have. Unfortunately, with this cold, I was very like draggy and sluggish, and so it's like the evil impulse came into my head, but I'm like, I don't really want to execute that. So next time. But I've never seen such a passive aggressive note on a pan of brownies before. So there you go. Fun sharing about workplace humor. I know that's not part of the sports that we as the Triple B are known for talking about. So how are you guys doing? I see Kidder has abandoned us.
He's probably getting another IPA.
I mean, we could all hope, but I think he just like went to the bathroom to dump out the one he was drinking. Clearly he's gone mad. But how are you guys doing? How's life? How's places you are?
I'm ready to get the out of this undisclosed location and go the home. Sorry if you Howard.
It's okay. I now want to make a shirt that says "I'm high on hops."
Who wants some hops?
That looks like a
Are you
short.
trying to do your own deranged impression of the Blair Witch Project there, Kidder?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. A local geek. I almost called you Big D because I can't tell who's who anymore. Yes, that would be a great story. The other thing is I've been grabbing more screenshots from our episodes because apparently, in the whole YouTube thumbnail algorithm, pictures of people making like faces is like helps you get views. So fair warning, you make a funny face on this show, I might just screen capture it and it might show up on a thumbnail.
Oh, great!
You tell me after I tried this nasty ass IPA.
You're probably safe.
You're not safe. Nobody is safe on this show.
Nobody's safe.
In my case, that funny look may or may not be accompanied by an ice cream sandwich.
Listen. I have not
Bitch
looked.
is 15 years old.
I have not looked for a replacement. That image is so classic. I'm like, I can't top that.
Yeah, it's 15 years old, like pretty much. I mean, that was 2010 or 2011. Like that thing is going to live.
Yeah. Plus, it's easy enough to edit. I mean, I have a version of it with you wearing a cow hat. I have a version of it with you eating a chicken leg. Yeah, a cow hat.
But like, it's a cow.
It is literally like a cute little cow hat.
Well, move over cowboy hats because we got ourselves a new winner. It's literally ridiculous.
Hey, if you guys who are on this call want to see it, you watch this episode. Future Howard will put it up. I promise.
Hopefully, it's on his head to replace his headset.
Oh, I keep it like. So a little insider on Future Howard. I have a folder that is show graphics. So there's the graphics that I use constantly on the show. So all of the lower thirds, all of that. And of course, there's the Big D ice cream sandwich photo is in there, so I can easily find it. And then all of these variations of it are in there as well, so I can easily find them. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. Are you saying you want round 2 there,
Well
Kidder?
played.
Yeah, let's say the thing I need to get this month over with.
All right. In a desperate attempt to try and end IPA Appreciation Month, we are moving into everybody's second favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap. Round 2. Drink! Kidder! What you having?
I don't know what kind of pile of this thing is, but it's a hop rising double IPA. A mighty hop lover's dream. It sounds like something that needs to be taken care of in prison. It's a multi backbone to an intense Imperial IPA. This insanely smooth, dry hopped ale has everything, including a 10 to 20-year jail sentence. 9% alcohol by volume, 72 IBUs, double the hops, double the delicious. It definitely sounds like it's been in prison for a couple years at this point. UtahBeers.com. I didn't think they could actually make something this potent in Utah, which is why it's probably not in Utah. It's 12 fluid ounces of pitchfork poop.
Enjoy. That will be the first one that I have 100% tracked for this year, since I haven't watched tonight's episode.
I just want to add, next year for IPA Appreciation Month.
Oh my God, it smells horrid.
We're going to switch up Kidder's rating scale. And instead of the 5 stars, it's all what degree of a felony it would be.
You know, Kidder maybe didn't see my comment on the episode where he talked about that. Another possible name for my IPA that I make will be double IPA felony. Or IPAA felony. Something along those lines.
Double I felony PA. This is it.
Tastes so bad it's coming out his ear.
Yeah. I don't even know what to do anymore because all of these are terrible.
At least yours didn't all over you.
Yeah, because then Howard would have had a welcoming home gift. When
So that's the one that did it to me.
This has to be the most boring double IPA that I've ever had.
Wow. That's saying something.
High praise.
I mean, it sucks. The flavor is terrible. It's still a 0.1 because it's an IPA, but it's just like drinking icy cold hoppy water.
Kidder, here's a question for you.
No.
A little bit of a hypothetical. Next year, 2026,
I'm not doing this again.
IPA Appreciation Month.
No.
Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
If it got you out of drinking the IPAs, would you eat every variety of mushroom jerky.
Yes. Yes, I would. Because the percentage of a chance of that giving me a headache is probably 5% or less. This is 99.999, repeating, of course, percent chance of giving me a headache every week.
You want to know something
yes.
amazing, Nick Gator?
What's that?
That beer you're drinking right now, you and I both gave it a 0.1.
Yeah.
It's averaged amongst the four of us is a 1.6.
That's atrocious. I demand a recount.
Who wrecked the curve?
He's in this call. He's that son of a bitch holding the paintbrush.
JS damn near gave it a 3 too. He gave it a 2.7.
Communists all around. Don't even know what I'm doing here anymore.
I'm
are you
ending
finishing
out
the beast?
the saga of the beast with pink poison, which I think is actually the best of the three that I had. So
Is that all of them?
that's it. That was the last one in the pack.
Kudos.
Is anybody else needing a drink or something else to punish themselves on? So
I would love to finish my last IPA in the fridge, but
throw it away.
It's an Imperial Raging Boner or Raging Furious. I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
And it's like 9%.
There's a Freudian
I don't need
slip
that.
for you. 9% of your taste buds straight up the ass.
I will also add we're at like just about at the 2-minute warning. So
okay. Well, I would love to see him crack it open, taste it, and go, "Oh my god, this is terrible," and then throw it away.
yeah, that will be a beer, local geek, for you to end on, because oh boy,
at least I'll get to have a celebratory beer after that.
Yes.
So next week you're doing that.
Should be. Yeah, I should be here next week.
Ugh.
Maybe I'll even crack this one open and just send Howard a video of me drinking it so that I can start the episode with something good.
No. You better save that for next week.
Okay, so you want to end with that and a Freudian slip for you. I just happened to come across this, and I don't know what to make of it. But there's a Sausage Party series on Amazon Prime, and there's 2 seasons of it.
Oh, you mean like the animated? Yeah, they're making a sequel movie.
But
I don't understand it. I don't know who the audience is for it, but apparently it exists.
I mean, I bought the movie with the first one with the Shopwell t-shirt because
you're to blame. You are one of the people that we need to, because you gave it money. When you give it money, it thinks
that was like 10 years ago. How could they still be doing things with my $10 10 years later? Maybe
compound interest.
I don't know.
It's more than it's
like more than podcast. It doesn't make any money,
and yet we keep making it.
Sorry, I killed Howard again. It's just because he's sucking down those mushrooms.
It's the cold kind of like
sure.
He said like, oh, you need to cough right now. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean it's the fact that Hollywood is, I think, desperately grasping for anything it thinks will make money right now. Anything that like, hey, 10 years ago this was popular or did all right, we could make a sequel. Do I even want to talk about that right now? I don't. Maybe next week I'll talk about what I've been reading in Hollywood and such. But anyway, I know. Howard is starting to peter out. It's nearly midnight.
I got something for you.
You better make it quick because I'm about to say the thing. So
check this out.
I was going to say, hard time seeing that earlier, but you have confirmed my suspicions. You got yourself a blade.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it will match my batleth and my mechleth and my mini batleth.
Kidder, I actually saw, and luckily I don't know where you can get one. Somebody had actually made a batleth pizza cutter.
Ooh.
So you could actually like across the pizza, Yeah.
It's just the wrong way. You're holding it wrong. It's like you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, come on, AA Ron, get it together.
And on that interesting reference and declaration, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's time we wrap this up so that we can go to bed. And to do that, we need some cheap plugs and probably some final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm hungry, so let's wrap up. Right? Like, share, subscribe. If next year you get me every flavor, I want every flavor that they have. So there's got to be at least like 8 flavors by then. I mean, there's 4 now, but then they're probably going to come out with like habanero mushroom jerky, and then they're going to come out with sour cream and onion, and then the sour cream and onion, and then the dill pickle, and then the bloomin' onion, and then they're going to have the jerky flavored actual mushroom jerky that's like, it tastes like real jerky. So then you can't know the difference. And then it's going to be like Pepsi Zero mushroom jerky. And it'll be like, this tastes like smoking and like burnt cigarettes with Pepsi filtered through the cigarettes and the ashes. And it tastes like what I would assume dog tastes like. And then they're going to have the organic herbal, vegan, keto, acetosis labeled mushroom jerky, which then is all organic. Anyway, it doesn't make any sense, and I don't know what planet I'm living on. Give it! I yelled so loud that it automatically muted me.
You joke about the Pepsi Zero flavored mushroom jerky, but I'm seeing a lot of these like product like crossover things. I haven't tried them yet, but downstairs there's like the Reese's Oreos. Which I'm willing to try, but I was not willing to try the Coke Zero Oreos or the Oreo flavored Coke Zero.
Or one of my favorite jerkies is a Dr. Pepper jerky.
Oh no, that just doesn't sound right.
It's super good.
There's too many flavors. You got 33 flavors.
I also did a whiskey Coke one that wasn't too bad, but it wasn't as good as the Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Anyway,
you gotta have maybe a whiskey drink or a lager drink or maybe a cider drink.
You gotta sing some songs
and then piss the night away.
Yep. That's what we do all day, every day on the Triple B. Thanks for being here.
Because when you get knocked down.
And then we get up again when you like, share, and subscribe. But you're going to be forever down if you don't. And so you have to share this with 10 people. Otherwise, you're going to have bad luck for the next 30 days.
Did you just turn the podcast into a like chain email?
Yes. It's the pyramid scheme of sharing on Facebook. Do this or you're going to die. What? And send us money. Unless you send us $10 right now, we will not stop making this content. To every person on the planet. We need $10 from every person on the planet, and then we will stop.
So what I hear is, until people give us $10, we're continuing IPA Appreciation Month.
Get the f*** out of here.
I heard.
The door is that way. Yes, that way. Go that way. Get the f*** out of here. Stop this shit. Drink your paint water. Yeah, you do it. Yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, Howard. Goodbye. All right, buy our stuff. Final thoughts. Who's most engaged right now? We probably should go with Big D because he's sober.
I guess I got to brew an IPA again here.
Yeah. So this is from the heart. Keep your friends close. Keep your cherries closer.
Talking about your begonias? You want to rock the onion? What do you got going on, huh?
I'm just thinking about your next old fashioned that you're going to have. You're a secret cherry aficionado, despite your facade.
So you have the nickname of Cherry.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back around the world to the right side of knowledge and righteousness with Doc. What do you have on your bookshelf to help educate us?
I don't know. I keep trying to grab it and it won't come. It won't come. I guess my final thought is if you've listened for the last hour and you haven't laughed, you probably need another drink.
And you definitely
Not
won't
IPA.
love.
Yeah, it's just not an IPA.
And because you live, laugh, and then if you don't, then you can't love, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Local geek, do you have anything to add to the train wreck?
This IPA was a train wreck.
This whole month of IPAs is a train wreck, and I hope
There's a couple good ones.
I don't need any kind of fascist talk like that. Please stop. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right,
I will make one and you will like it, Kidder.
No. Good luck. Son of a bitch. Howard's transformed.
It was the mushrooms.
Yeah, probably. It's Darth Howard. You can hear him breathing in the background.
The truth is that, I don't know if this joke was worth me having to climb under this table to surprise you guys with the atom. I don't know how I'm getting out from under here. So, good luck.
Yeah. Good luck to you. You're now living there. That is your home. And speaking of home, we've come to home base. It's time to get out of here. So, for Howard Blues, for the Atom, for Local Geek, and of course for Big D and Doc spewing the knowledge and JS in spirit, I'm still Mark Kidder. Thanks for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember, keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that inside joke-ridden Tuscan highway. Have a good one. See you in the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
Yeah.
That don't know if I really that was a good idea. I almost mixed up the whole if you know drinks in order.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
I want to get this in before we start the show, because I know this would be a good behind the curtain. With our Beer, Blues, and BS kind of website and Google Workspace, I have access, and Kidder does too, to LM Notebook, which is Google's basically AI program for students. And so it you can load sources to it, and it helps you to study for tests and such. Gents, I actually loaded about 100. I linked. You can load links to stuff. 120 some episodes of Beer, Blues, and BS into it. and had it create, because it's brand new that you can do this, a video overview of the Triple B.
Nice.
And so, gents, I present to you
Oh no.
Beer Blues and BS analysis. I have not watched this. I don't know what it's going to say. I don't know what it's going to do.
Oh no.
It is 6 minutes long, but I want it to this is either going to be bonus content or behind the curtain. But I just feel in my heart that we got to do this. So let me know if you can't hear it. It should play the sound, but we'll see.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a group of friends just hits record on their hangout? You know, when the conversation is totally unscripted, the drinks are flowing, and the topics bounce from something super serious to something completely ridiculous. So that's literally how one of the hosts describes his own show, Beer, Blues, and BS. And this is a show that's been going for over 200 episodes. It's a pretty funny way to introduce yourself, for sure, but it also hints at that raw, unfiltered thing that's kept them on the air for so long. But here's the thing, it's way more than just a podcast. It's like a digital tavern. So in this explainer, we're going to deconstruct that. How does this, chaotic show build such a powerful sense of community? How does it feel less like a show and more like your favorite local pub? All right, so welcome to the Triple B. The title itself is a promise, right? Beer, Blues, and BS. It's a great hook, but let's dig into what those three pillars actually mean for the show. So what is it? Well, at its core, it's basically a weekly hangout, and you're invited. These guys are just sharing stories, cracking jokes, and talking about whatever, completely off the cuff. It really does feel less like you're just an audience member and more like you've pulled up a chair right there with them. Okay, let's get into that first pillar, the beer. What's on tap? This might seem like just a fun little gimmick, but it's actually way more important than you'd think. It's the foundation for a ritual that kicks off every single episode. See, every show starts with this segment, and it's not just about them having a drink. No, it's a brilliant move. It gives this totally free-flowing show some much-needed structure right at the top. It gets the conversation started naturally, and it pulls you, the listener, right into the experience from the get-go.
Much needed.
And they have a whole system for it. They taste them, they describe them, and then they rate them. And the results, well, they're all over the place. You've got one guy loving an Imperial Sour, giving it a 4.5, and then another host absolutely trashing a West Coast IPA with a 0.1. It's the simple little ritual that becomes a super fun and, often hilarious part of every single show. All right, on to pillar number 2, the blues. But don't let the name fool you. It's really just the starting point for a much bigger conversation about music that forms this kind of cultural backbone for the whole group. For these guys, music it's like a shared language. It's how they connect. I mean, you've got one host who's seen Metallica, get this, 27 times. They'll do deep dives on bands like the Struts or Perfect Circle, and then they'll have running jokes about Nickelback. It's a huge part of their friendship, a real cultural touchstone for them. Okay, but now we get to the real heart of the show, the true magic, the third pillar. The art of the BS. This is where that digital tavern really comes alive. So what is BS in this context? Well, it's everything else. It's the totally unscripted, passionate, hilarious banter that makes up most of the show. It's where the conversation just goes wherever it wants to go. Honestly, it's just their friendship out loud for everyone to hear. And if we actually break down the BS, you can see what they talk about most. Yeah, okay, pop culture and sports are the big ones, making up a huge chunk. But look at this. A full 20% is personal stories.
Wrestling.
Another 10% is hobbies. That's what's so cool. It shows you just how wide-ranging these conversations can get.
Definitely.
And man, when they get into something, they really get into it. Take pro wrestling. This isn't just casual talk. We're talking surprisingly deep analysis of AEW contracts, WWE roster cuts. They'll debate the entire career of a guy like CM Punk. They know their stuff. When it comes to sports, he is king. Huge Colorado Avalanche fans, and that loyalty leads to some seriously passionate debates. I mean, they'll argue about everything from controversial plays and trades to, believe it or not, which team has the absolute worst logo in the league. Yes! Nothing is off limits. But this is what's truly amazing about the show. The sheer range. 1 minute they could be in a super detailed debate about Star Trek lore, Discovery versus Voyager, And then the very next minute, one of them is sharing this incredibly heartfelt personal story about his fight to adopt his retired police canine partner. It's that whiplash between geek culture and real life, between the silly and the profound that just pulls you in. So, why do we listen? What's the synthesis
I don't know
here?
either.
It's pretty clear it's not any one thing, not just the beer or the music or the BS. It's the mix. It's the whole chaotic, authentic, and really human package. Think about it. Over 200 episodes. That's a huge commitment. They've built this incredibly consistent indie show from the ground up, basically creating a living, breathing archive of their friendship.
Hold on.
So that brings us to the big question, right? What is the real appeal here? Why would anyone spend hundreds of hours just listening to a bunch of friends talk? What makes this format not just survive, but actually thrive? Well, it really boils down to this Triple B formula. You've got the authenticity. They totally lean into that dumpster fire vibe. You've got the community, that digital tavern where you feel like a regular. They've got this genuine, deep passion for their hobbies. And that little ritual, what's on tap, it gives the whole thing a familiar, comfortable structure. It all taps into this need we have for real, genuine connection, you know? It's a break from all the super polished stuff out there. Which really makes you think, doesn't it? In a world that's saturated with perfectly polished, hyper-produced content, maybe the most authentic connection we can find is just listening? It kind of gets to the heart of why a show like this works. It reminds you that sometimes the best content isn't about perfection. It's just about being human.
There we go.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Honestly, I was waiting for more. I thought there was more there. I was like, and then
It's interesting. That's the first time I've seen it, like a video that it's generated. I've done audio because I had a colleague who went to a workshop and then she came back and she was like, go to Google Notebook LM and drop your CV in and tell it to create a podcast. And it created like this 18-minute podcast, this man and woman talking to each other and like talking through basically my whole career journey. It was like the most amazing thing.
I may have done that too.
So
well,
why haven't we broken through in our internet sensations right now?
I don't know. They didn't answer that one. But anyway, I had to share that just because I thought
that was really cool.
I thought that'd be interesting.
You could upload that as like a commercial to advertise.
Oh, I figure since I'm recording this, as I said, this might just be our own bonus content. So, but who knows? Maybe we'll turn it into because I believe I can download just that video, so people might get to see it as a why you should be listening to the Triple B. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. But anyway, we should start the next show before it gets too late.
I already tipped over my beers.
Good start. Good start.
Drunk.
It's your fault.
Yeah, my fault. I didn't give you that here.
Guys, save it for the show. And with that, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS.